Hello, Chef. Good morning. Oh, good morning. It is not morning. I don't know why I said good morning. It is not morning. I'm repeating myself. Hello, everyone. Yes, sir. That it is, Zeeks. I mean, it wouldn't be a good plan to drink wine for breakfast, would it? I mean, occasionally, the mimosa. It's not Sunday, though. Welcome in, Will. Happy to see you, Zeeks. Happy to see you, Zahara. Osbor, awesome to see you back. That's because Bloody Marys are a disaster. Yeah, but even when they're done well, like, I've had some pretty good ones, and I'm not a connoisseur. I've not gone around and been like, I haven't gone to all the places soaking bacon in their vodka and stuff like that, but hello, Cosmo. So the plan for tonight It's sort of inspired somewhat by a bread that I did in the past, a sort of like almost monkey style bread. Give me a second. Anyways, and so, or also sort of like the outsides of quesadillas, I'm planning on sort of putting a nice light layer of cheese on my cast iron of cheddar, and then mixing it in with my pasta, which is going to be a pasta. I've listed the ingredients there in the dinner command, but you got basically steak and cheese pasta. No, it's not a new scale, it's a different scale. This is a more compact one. I haven't been using it in the kitchen for a while. It's nice that it's got a timer on it, but the other one ran out on the batteries, and it's still around, but speaking of that, I don't know where I hid it though. Thank you, Osborne. Nice to actually hear the alerts firing again. Nice. Greatly appreciate the resubs. Got a couple of follows off stream too. Block it when I go for... That's the problem with the angle camera, is I block it when I go to switch, because I can't... I guess we'll just do this. Need a production assistant. Cheers, folks. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate that. Cheers. Got an interesting wine tonight. This is a Sonoma County vineyard. Not very well distributed last I checked. Occasionally you find a few of their things out there in wider distribution, but they're very much, typically you only see their stuff if you don't go to their vineyard yourselves. Okay, let's start over with this. Let's start talking, Jason. Chat. How are we doing tonight? This lovely wine is from a vineyard up in Healdsburg that is not widely distributed. Typically, you have to go to their vineyard to pick it up. It's covered in some other stores. I picked it up at one of the more local focused, local owned, all that sort of thing market. And I don't know what this one's going to be like because I haven't had it before, and it's a named wine, but it's a red. We're doing pasta. Hope it fits. So what do we start with here prepping tonight? Let's make sauce. Let's make a roux. Hey, Ham Hock. I forgot to buy flour. Again, it's a good thing that I've got 3 or 4 types of flour. I'm going to be using bread flour instead of AP flour here for my roux. I don't think it's going to be that much of an issue. As long as I hold on to the spoon. Cup of water. Bit of half and half. Like the rest of this bottle. confused look, Ham Hawk. I've never been like a suspenders guy. I just like the clippable suspenders, whether it's a cross or like there's a couple of different styles, rather than the long strands of like, you just get this ball of tangled up aprons in your dryer. It's bad enough with two of them on these with the So we'll go ahead and season this a bit. Moving on from that. Welcome in, Ben Adrian. I'm just gonna, yeah. Salt, pepper. MSG. Dried Italian herb mix. Marjoram, rosemary, thyme, the usual suspects. Bunch of freeze-dried basil as well. Thank you for the follow. Ooh, that's scramble. Ooh. There's no double from Makawaka. Where am I from? I'm from the Midwest US, but these days I live in Sonoma County, California. Was that too much of a hint, chat? Bit of garlic powder in here as well. For those just joining us, what you're looking at here on the stove is dairy water, dairy, and a flour and butter roux with some herbs and seasoning, salt, pepper, MSG, all that goodness. And we're just going to allow that to thicken and reduce a little bit. That's going to be the basis of our sauce for our dish tonight. We're going to allow that to cook for a bit, but I'm going to add this pepper jack in there eventually. And just leave that on a low flame to bubble away for a bit. Yes, Mahaka is. Alright, what are we starting with as far as this stuff? Let's, tomato. Hi, Buns. Yeah, everyone's having power issues. My power went out last night. Buns' power is out now. Anyone else out there across the continental U.S. having issues? I'm sure everyone's AC is going madly. Ugh, that's a bummer. Unlike the color of this tomato, and while the color is not looking exactly right, the way it feels is, it's maybe not the ripest it could be, but this is a ripe tomato. Which is the confusing part about heirlooms, because they get hard to tell when they're ripe. I mean, like half of them are green. Some of these ones down the bottom are a little too stemmy. Chat, I need to stop staying up late. I'm not accomplishing anything. I was up late again last night, even though I sort of signed off on Discord. I think at 11. But I'm just awake. I'm just like... That's exactly what I was doing, Ham Hock. Just missed that space and scramble and... well... not everyone's typing's perfect all the time. Mine's horrible. Yeah, that's the other problem with it, Buns, is I'm not waking up in the morning like I should be or want to be. I sort of have 3 alarms in the morning, sort of like my change from when I was in high school and college. College, I used to have 2 alarms. My actual wake up alarm, and then I would have another alarm that was at my feet so that I had to physically move in order to turn it off. And nowadays it's like I have my primary alarm, I have a sort of secondary alarm. It's like a, hey, maybe you should get moving. And then I have a third alarm of, are you still looking at your cell phone? Get out of bed. So adding a little salt to our tomatoes to draw moisture out of them that will eventually go into our sauce. Also slightly denature them. I rarely sharpen my knives, maybe once a month when I'm working. Honing I do pretty regularly. I mean, you see me pull my steel out here regularly. Hey chat, check out my steel. You have to consider the major difference between the two of them, what you're doing. And that's, when you're sharpening a blade, one of two things have already happened to that blade. That blade is either completely worn down so it's flat, something like this, the very small edge of it, or it's completely rounded over itself. What honing does is, what's more often the case, is your knife is whacked out of edge, or, slightly starting to turn, and honing pulls that back straight. And so sharpening is something that you really, I mean, you know, you're dealing with nicks, you're dealing with actual problems with your knife. And I've heard different numbers from different people my entire life. My fishmonger chef at the Culinary Institute was proud of the fact that because he constantly honed his knives, I mean, he used a diamond steel and constantly honed his knife. Like, every time he pulled his knife out to do something, he was honing his knife. He never sharpened it. And, I mean, he wasn't tearing stuff when he cut it. Fibers. Fibers. Yeah, there's always grooves in them, but the grooves, I mean, it looks like a straight edge here, but in reality, microscopically, it's still like this to some degree. Is that what you're talking about? How there's still a grain or a groove to the grinding that's happened to the knife? No, it's gonna, well, to a certain degree, perhaps, if they're like, but that sounds to me more along the lines of when you're actually sharpening a knife, you'll get burrs, and honing a knife right after sharpening it will help remove those burrs. Which could be like fibers or actual pieces, you know, like when you see anything else in milling or metalwork, you see little chips coming off of it. Same thing with any sort of sharpening. It's just on a much finer, much smaller level. So how are we doing over here with our sauce? Got our tomatoes draining. This will work for you. Yeah, that one. I think that was a low effort dad joke. Hammock. I guess I got a bit of extra green pepper here. I only want to put about equal amounts of this in there. So we'll leave the rest of that for something else, I guess. I have an idea for what else I'm going to use it for. So I'm just going to put that off to the side for now. Oh, that's not going to work tonight. I guess I won't use that tonight. At least it went in the recycling. I guess we'll make it work. I'll just keep knocking it into the recycling. It's okay, chat. How we doing back here, sauce? We still a sauce? Still looking like a sauce. Bit thin, but so sad about this. I need to find a place for onions, chat. I went to the best place that I know in the area for non-overpriced boutique produce. And I picked up a couple onions from them, but their onion bin is always moldy. Like, there's not, like, obvious, like, they do a good job of cleaning it up, and the onions that are there all look gorgeous. But if you sit there and you inspect them, you see the beginnings of infection, and it's just like they need to tear out the whole thing and just redo it. And bag onions have been lousy lately. I need a new place for onions, chat. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, that said, the onions that they're selling that are going moldy are nice onions. Yeah. Ooh, watercress. We're going to move our sauce to the side. Over here. I'm still going to leave a tiny flame underneath it, but we're going to move on to some other things here. Really, I don't think there's that many Greek words in the scramble. Garlic. We need some garlic. Doing some sort of Italian food tonight. I don't know, maybe Italian American. What is the ethnicity? Is there an ethnicity to cheesesteaks? Or is it just, Philly? Not that this is really a cheesesteak either. I mean, I'm not using Cheese Whiz or anything. Provolone. I'm using cheddar and pepper jack tonight. And yeah, I'm going to use another clove of garlic. I don't think I can live with just 2 cloves of garlic for this project. Uh-oh, I feel like I'm going to get reported to the cheesesteak police. I don't think what I'm doing is legal. Why is my camera frozen again? There we go. Hi, camera. Yeah, there's every time someone switches the scene from chat, everyone uses channel points to change it. Up in that corner, right there, the top corner, that me, up in that corner. There's a 30-second counter. It's black and white. It's not very obvious. The idea was it was supposed to be obvious to those that are looking to it. And it should reset after 30 seconds. That's just to keep people from spamming it and stuff. Which I don't expect to be a problem with all you lovely people. I'm just worried if we get some sort of raid or something like that and new people in here toying with things. There was also the consideration that if it spammed too much and it lagged out the bot, it could then be deducting people. People could be losing points. I think you can disable raids on Twitch. I think that's an option. I don't really have planned to, but I guess that's an option. Hi, chat. Hey, Blaine. Turn the heat up a bit here. Would I use dough points or sprinkles? Dough balls or sprinkles? Cosmic. Okay, let's put an actual flame underneath this. Pan's already glossy from oil from the past, but I'm gonna add a touch more. Dough points, lowercase, sprinkles arbitrary. Sprinkles are, you get 1 per minute of viewing when the bot's paying attention, which is anytime that I'm actually streaming. It should be counting for VODs too, but I don't always have the bot running, I don't always have the computer running, that sort of a thing. And then additionally, you get them from checking in. The idea behind sprinkles is entirely participatory for participating in viewing. There's nothing to do with money there. Dough balls, which is Twitch's integration, is boosted by bits, by subbing, by following, I think, by, money's involved there. And there's a legal definition there when it comes to giveaways. I don't pretend to know all of the state's laws here in the US, but on the very basis of it, contributing money towards getting something sort of neglects it being not paid for. I don't know why it's doing that. I guess we'll... Let's see, what we got? Let's reset it. I don't know how it's on. Let's just get rid of it. I gotta look at my audio here soon. I need to go back to fixing my audio issues because I've been focused on other issues lately. Ham hock. Yeah, I'm sure my camera loves that. I'm sure Twitch's servers are loving calculating that right now. I mean, I'm doing the major encoding, but Twitch has to sit there and re-encode it so people can see it at different resolutions and all that. Wow, that was loud. People. I mean, I've been essentially doing, I wasn't doing video, but I've been essentially doing everything. For years, I've been doing like project dinners. When I was working regularly, it was 1 or 2 of them a week for the whole week versus 4 these days. Yeah, the tech issues. So, I mean, the whole thing with streaming as early as I was already recording stuff. I was already taking photos of everything. The people. Getting to hang out and chat with people while I'm putzing around in my kitchen. I'm going to take all this liquid from these tomatoes and drop that into the sauce. Welcome back, Buns. Does that mean your power's back? It may be that you're not well, I don't worry about cooking really anything in my pans. I worry about leaving things in them. Like, I don't leave tomato sauces in them. I don't leave acidic things in them. I do on occasion with this one, to be completely honest about it, but I try not to. I try to always pull it off, clean them, rinse them, get them back on the heat so that they're nice and clean and dry. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about the weather here today. Towel them out? No. First off, toweling them out is going to ruin your towels really quick. Oils are one of the hardest things to get out of things, and it's just going to fill your towels with oil. No, I use water. There's some people that use some sort of scrubby, whether stainless steel scrubby or I used to use crumpled up aluminum balls, and some people use salt, and they keep it completely dry. If you watch me, I throw mine in the sink. I don't leave them in the sink. I don't leave them wet, but I wash them in my sink, and I just grab my scrubby and go at it. I don't add any soap into the situation, but I'm typically not afraid of it either. And then once it's been smoothed out completely, there's no charred nothing in there, it's completely smooth and clean, throw it on the flame and bring it up to full heat until it dries itself. Nothing ain't gonna survive that. Yes, botulism spores could potentially survive that, but botulism is everywhere. All I can say is mine have held up ham hock. To be honest, I posted once in the cast iron Reddit and was completely mocked for the fact that I use flaxseed instead of lard for my cures, which, do a Google on that. Like, I don't really put much trust in that Reddit. Like, they were talking about things like layerings and stuff like that when it comes to your cure on your pans. And no, that's not layering on your pan. That's crusted on dirty shit that you left in your pan. That's not your that's not the cure. That's just nastiness. I mean, it's like the outside of this pan. They probably think that this is how it's supposed to be when it's... I just don't worry about the outside of the pan nearly as much as that part. That pan's not the cleanest right now, by the way, to begin with, but so it was a poor example, but... Oops, and I just bumped the camera. Oh, we're okay. I thought that dropped much more than it did. Have I ever found a cast iron piece? Well, I bought these 3 and put the cure that's on them myself now. Actually, I need to show the full stove to show that. These 3 back here, I cured myself. This one I sort of re-cured from the factory cure. Like, this is certainly not the original cure, but I didn't strip this thing, I just used it and made it mine. So yeah, I've done that, and also in my trailer, the grates, if you notice commercial kitchen stoves, they have big cast iron grates to them. Those were all rusted out on my trailer, and I went and acid bath cleaned those, scrubbed them for hours, and then re-cured those in my ovens. Which, if you've ever done that, that's a royal pain in the butt. If you got, like, those things were big enough and clunky enough, and I wasn't fast enough, that just taking them out of the acid bath or the cheap vinegar bath and setting them down and drying them off, in the time I was taking to dry them off, they were flash rusting. And so I was like furiously drying and then rubbing oil on them at the same time in order to prevent them from rusting. And when I mean rusting, I don't mean like straight up rust, but enough that you could see that tinge, that color change. It was sort of like a potato or apple oxidizing. It was quickly turning that orange brown. Turn the heat off on our peppers and onions. I can't say that word. Electrolysis is a cool process. At the same time, it doesn't work well for this sort of a thing. Because there is going to be, even when I talked about cleaning these nicely, there's still stuff caked on them. There's still stuff. And the electrolysis is, it's going to deal with the rust, but it's not going to get the dirt off. You're still going to be, don't clip that. Belt sander is cool when it comes to pans, because most pans are, like, there's not too many nooks and grooves and stuff in it. But when it came to my grates, I mean, you got to consider all the you're not getting a belt sander in all of those areas. Am I gonna have to delete clips tonight? Dremel is awesome for it. It's just too small. It takes forever. It ended up being like wire brushes and lots of elbow work. Because, I mean, I was working at that time. I was, the factor of how long this was going to take was very much on my mind. Unlike these days. Oh, that's already out. Let's throw this pepper jack cheese in with our sauce. Die grinder also would have been potential. I didn't own one. I still don't own one. But actually at one point I had an issue where my trailer, there was a part on the tongue that got ground, and so like the metal was wider than the hole that it needed to come out of. And I had to essentially cut it off. I didn't have a grinder or anything along that line to do that. I actually bought like cutting discs for my drill and did it with my drill. Sort of amazed I didn't lose an eye doing that. Yeah. What's the story history behind this trailer I'm mentioning? I have a mobile kitchen that's built into a trailer. It's been ages since I've shown photos of it, but I used to take a trailer to the farmers markets here in Sonoma County and make various products based off of what the farmers were bringing to the markets. So trying to be like the prepared food section in your average supermarket, but for the farmers. And I did that for 5 years or so. 7 years? Something like that. And so I still had the trailer. It's got some issues to be running full time. And I don't know, after 5 to 7 years of this trailer being on the road, and I bought it used, I didn't buy it new myself. I don't know how much travel use it still has in it. I think it's certainly a great rig, a great setup for the people that don't move around, or maybe move it only like once a week sort of a thing, rather than what I was doing, where I was, there was days where I was in Sonoma in the morning and in Cloverdale at night, which is like cross county from each other. It's an hour plus drive between them. And so it saw some miles with me. it's also got a couple of patch jobs that I did to keep running and keep working that I'm not exactly proud of and would want to remedy or at least touch up before I use the trailer in a serious condition again. Well, I miss the people, which that was the major thing. I loved being there in the morning and chatting with people in the morning, and I wasn't exactly sitting there and talking to them all day. I was making sales, I was doing things in coffee like that, so I was, hey, hello, move, but you see people every week. It's the same sort of thing that I loved about my job in college, where I was doing lotto and other things, sales, cigar shop. And see, I worked Sunday mornings a lot of the time, and so I'd be, my morning was repacking the papers properly and making coffee, and you see a half dozen people every single time. There was a dude that used to hang out in the downstairs, like there was a couple of seats there, and there was one dude that used to live in one of the apartments above and used to come down, hang out and drink coffee and read the newspaper. He wouldn't really necessarily chat me up, but he would chat other people up. He was friendly with me. He wouldn't, he just wasn't, he was letting me do my thing. Alright, what else do I need to get going before we get into pasta here? I think we're ready for pasta. Have a great night, Ham Hock. So we need some water going here for our pasta, but I'm not going to use no 5 gallons. Nope. Welcome back, Buns. Add our penny pasta to our cold water. Salt for flavor. And medium flame, medium high flame. Going to make sure and clean that pan that I was demonstrating earlier, because we're going to be doing our baked pasta in this dish tonight. I'm not afraid of water. Adding the heirloom tomatoes in with the peppers, onions, and garlic, and reheating our pan here while we're cooking our pasta in the back. Out of coffee chat. Tempted to open this wine, but I'm saving that for when the pasta's in the oven. Alright, I think this pan is now warm enough that it's dry. We'll put this over on the cutting board for building our... Oh, I got a great cheese. You know, I actually sort of like the idea of that. Let's do that again. I'm going to do some of it this way and some of it using the traditional box grater. Hey John, welcome in. Buns. Ooh, that pan is still hot. Maybe that's why I put that on. Oh, hey. You're supposed to be following me. Why aren't you following me? Yeah, there we go. My cameras have hand signals. Why aren't you boiling? Boil it. See it like that, boil. I don't know, chat. Should I add pickled jalapeno in this tonight? And we got bell pepper, onion, garlic. We got steak that I've yet to pull out. Well, we have beef. Are we getting a tiebreaker? Is it still tied? Quick chat before I look at it. Someone go and untie the vote. Welcome in, David. I'm tired of waiting. I'm turning up the flame over here. Did they? Well, let's go ahead and not rigged at all. Let's go take a look at what we got here for that tonight.
Now, a new creation from Seal Test. Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions. Handy envelopes bring you brand new convenience and ease. Zip, it's open, quick and neat.
There we go. That was what I wanted to do. Broken scene and all, where I haven't zoomed myself. It looks like we have a winner here, chat. And since it's not even right now, I'm calling that as the winner. That way I don't have to flip a coin. Thank you, chat. Bye-bye, convict. I really should add a chat thingy saying that I've released the cameras again. Also, along with that, like, there's a couple of buttons that I have in my Stream Deck where, like the web page one, the Discord page, things like that. The AFK page. It turns off all of the channel points. Jello chickens. You mean aspic? Aspic can be delicious, but most of the time aspic is quite disgusting. Welcome in, Menuville. Yes, we have the foods. Did that work? No, that didn't work. There. We have the foods. Buns meet me to the punch. Hey, Noimu. Welcome, welcome. I am well. We've got some... I'm excited about tonight's dinner, actually. I think this is going to be delicious. Thank you for your Bezos bucks. I'm gonna turn the heat off on that pasta and just let that sit and absorb the last of the cooking liquid. I think I'm gonna mix the pasta in this pan. I didn't hear, did we have anyone shout out that I have to use pickled jalapenos in this? I think it's maybe not a horrible idea. Alright, so I'm going to take this lighter, fluffier, smaller cheese and use that to essentially put a layer on the bottom of the pan of cheese glue. Gotta have your cheese glue. It's right up there with having your meat glue. That's a good one. Chat, do any of you have any of the, any fun errands that you send a newbie on? You know, have you ever asked a newbie to the kitchen to empty the hot water from the steam kettle, or empty the hot water from the coffee maker, or, you know, send them on a trip to get meat glue? Except these days there actually is meat glue, which is sort of like, I forget what there's an actual enzyme now that you can use, and they do use it commercially quite a lot, to essentially glue pieces of muscle meat together into larger pieces of meat. Purple wood, that's cute. Yeah, wire conduit and stretcher, yeah. There's a couple other that I've heard in the culinary world that I'm forgetting right now. I'm sure, well, there's probably hundreds, if not thousands, of examples, but of ones that I have heard. We there yet, pasta? We're gonna give that another minute. Yeah, we got a giveaway going away for sprinkles. All you gotta do is type giveaway, and you gamble one of your sprinkles for the chance to win 250. No, what you do is you put them on the help desk, and then you call the help desk for, diagnosing your coffee cup holder. We don't use CD-ROMs anymore, though, so it's not as funny as it used to be. All right, let's go with this here. Okay, we need to start kicking our oven on. I've got three pans going here, and I don't think any of them are large enough for this project. Yeah, I wish I didn't have to see the top of mine. It gets dusty easy. That and running into things set up by small people. There's a lady at the farmers markets that I would see regularly that, not that way, but would see regularly. And she never lifted her tent up all the way. And so, like, I wouldn't even go to her stand. I'd usually be going to the stand next to her or something like that and be trying to cut the corner of her tent or something like that. And my head runs into it. So let's add some pickled jalapeno here too.